Hey everybody, Cali Unicycle Dad here. Excuse my hair, I just took off my helmet. Today, I'm going to give you guys my 5 tips for absolute beginners starting on a Uke, electric unicycle. So, 5 steps, right? 5 steps. So, these aren't like, set in stone. There's no, these are just my steps. These are the things that I've taught a few friends how to ride, and this is all right. Step 1: remain calm. Don't get frustrated. It's easy to get frustrated. You can't step on, you can't move, you keep hitting yourself with the wheel. Super easy to get frustrated. Some people pick it up faster than others, but all in all, a couple hours of practice will get you going on the wheel. And from there, the rest is up to you. So, step 1, remain calm. Don't get frustrated. All right. Step 2, armor. When you start, at a minimum, you want to have a helmet and you want wrist guards. I highly recommend you get shin guards or some sort of protective thing down for your shins, because what happens when you're learning is you'll fall off, step off, whatever, and you usually step off the pedal at sort of an angle, or your foot slides off. And what that wants to do is when you're on the pedal, I'll show you. So shin guard. So what'll happen is you'll come off the pedal. You have your foot on the pedal, right? And you'll come off at sort of an angle, and that'll spin the wheel. And if you have a smaller wheel, it'll spin it, and then that pedal is going to come back and crack you in the shin. I've taken some pretty serious blows. There's a nice scar right there. My beer socks. Scar right there. So I highly recommend that you wear shin guards when you're starting. You may not need them down the road, but once you get riding, the bike helmet is fine. I prefer full face helmet, but anything is better than nothing. Also, don't worry about how you look. Okay? Nobody cares. Nobody is actually looking at you thinking, wow, look at that grown man wearing a bike helmet and wrist guards. Nobody cares. It's for you, because if you go down, you're the one that's going to be hurt, and they're not going to care. So, step 2, wear armor, helmet, wrist guards at a minimum. Step 3, three fingers. I call this one pedal placement or foot placement on your pedal. And what I mean is that you want to put your foot where it's consistently, if you have big feet, you want to try to have the same amount of your foot overhanging the front as the back. You need to find a sweet spot, and you want to consistently use that spot. It'll help you as you progress and get better at riding. It'll help you to lock your leg in and just be more efficient at learning. So when I put my feet down on my pedals, I was just telling a buddy I was teaching, you don't want your foot like this, you don't want your foot like this or like this. You want to have it centered, and you want to get the toe in, so you can make contact with your leg against the wheel. Now, notice how the wheel is sort of at an angle to the ground. This is important. The reason why we do this is because when you get on, you're going to put all your weight down on this leg, and that's going to counterbalance the wheel and shift it this way. And then when you get your other foot on, you should be vertical, up and down, and ready to go. If you start here, then you're going to want to lean this way or that way, and it's just going to be a lot harder. The other thing is making sure you have good positive contact with your leg against the wheel. A lot of people will say, get this and then kind of stand and just do this, like rotate back and forth, which is fine. It's a good tip. It's helpful. It helps you understand and get a feel for the wheel and the control of it. But foot placement, you want to make sure that you always have your feet in the same spot. Don't ever have one foot in front of the other, one foot behind the other. You want to have them even, and you want to try to always use the same spot. Remember guys, this is for beginners. If you're intermediate, if you're expert, then you know that you can change your pedal positioning, your foot position on the pedals whenever you want. But for beginners, this is super important. Guys, step 4. I call this like the slide hop. So basically what you want to do is get one foot on. Get one foot on, and you just want to just try to go a little bit like this. Just get a feel for it, what the wheel wants to do. Eventually you'll be able to just, once you get better, you'll be able to just go for a while on one foot. But the reason you're able to do this, and what it does is it helps you with that positive contact here, and then it helps you keep one foot in place. So when you start riding, if you lose your balance and you come off the wheel, it helps you to keep one foot on the wheel so you don't get that crazy out of control spin, and less damage to your wheel, which they're durable, don't worry too much about that, but less damage to your legs, to your shins, which are not very durable. So the 1 foot hop or the boot scoot boogie or whatever you want to call it. So what you want to remember, what you're trying to learn is you're trying to learn how to balance your body weight evenly on both pedals at the same time. Any unevenness, like weight distribution left or right, is going to cause the wheel to go that way, left or right. So once you have your pedal placement down, right, your foot placement on your pedal down, then you should be able to find a wall or a rail. I recommend a fence like this, just a big old chain link fence. You can find them around tennis courts, you can find them all sorts of different places, but a fence is the best because you can grab it at any point. You know, a wall, you put your hand on, you end up doing this scoot thing, it looks awkward, and but with a fence you can just grab it. So I recommend getting to a fence. I know a lot of guys, a lot of other YouTubers will tell you that too, so totally cool, get to a fence. So the next thing, once you find a fence, is you just want to practice. So you're gonna hold the fence, and you just want to practice stepping on and stepping off, right? Stepping on and stepping off. Try to keep positive leg contact. Keep your foot in the same position and try to put your other foot up on the wheel in the same position as your other foot, so they're even. And just practice this. It'll get easier. At first, when you do it, you might feel like, wow, I'm crazy uncoordinated, but it just takes practice. So you want to do that. Okay, and then for step 5, once you've found your fence, what you want to do is just, you're going to step up onto the wheel, right? And then what you want to do is just roll forward. And then if you start to fall, you can grab the fence. Roll forward and grab the fence. You can also practice kind of going backwards, get a good feel for it. A lot of guys like to say do this rocking thing, which is great to get you to shoot from like one spot to another spot. Okay, so just to recount, these 5 steps, 5 tips, 5 tricks, 5 whatever you want to call them, for totally new unicycle riders, people who want to get into it. This is the safest way and probably one of the best ways to do it. Now, I'm not saying it's the only way, it's just this is the way that I've used and it's worked. 1, remain calm, don't get frustrated. 2, wear armor. If you bust your ass, it's gonna hurt, so wear armor. 3, your foot placement on the pedal. Practice it. Practice your leg contact with the wheel. Make sure that you do it the same every time. Practice makes perfect. 4, practice stepping on and off the wheel or mounting the wheel, which I don't really like to say mounting the wheel, but practice getting on and off the wheel. And then step 5 is find yourself a chain link fence, and then you can practice all the steps at the chain link fence. You have it there for security, but you know, after a little bit, you probably won't need it. So 5 steps, 5 tips to get you up and going on a uke, or anyone you want to help, or a friend that says, man, that's cool, wants to get on the wheel, then you can do these steps with them and see if they like it and see if they can get going. So that's it. Those are my 5 steps. I just want to say thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I don't really care if you like the video or not, because it's not super important to me, but subscribe. It helps me to want to put out more content. It helps me to do better, make better videos, spend more time, and bring content to you guys. So please subscribe. It doesn't hurt you. Swear to God, Liam Neeson is not coming for you. You're not taken. You're not going to offend any other YouTubers. It's just a simple button push, and it doesn't really mean anything to you, but to me, it's important, and I really appreciate it. So give me some love. Subscribe to my channel. Watch my other videos. Comment. Leave me feedback. I love that stuff. I always respond to everybody. Man, get out there and ride that uke life.